All right, so what's up, guys? So we're out here on another run, out here doing this craziness for all you guys to simply sit back, watch, and enjoy, right? Hanging out with us, because it's a party, right? We're out here having fun, doing our thing out in the rain, and all days, right? Our crazy selves are simply out here running and doing a thing. So, you know, for you, you might be wanting to undergo a particular transformation, right? There's so many different ones, right? Not only that everyone thinks has to do with fitness, but it can do with many things, right? With your lifestyle, your habits, right? Your success in any different form. That's what it boils down to. And in particular, today's video topic is going to be about fitness and, you know, things that led to my personal transformation, because, you know, I haven't always been in the shape that I am right now, right? I've always had to work and strive to get to where I am today, to make those changes, right, and get that transformation. I go, you know, from essentially being overweight and unhappy with my body to now, right, rocking some nice muscle and, you know, being strong and having stamina and endurance to make it, right, to keep going. So, key number one, as far as my transformation is concerned, is to develop a winner's mindset. Right, and essentially what that entails is for you to simply, you know, go about your business for it, right? Not the particular angle, right? Even though you have an angle in mind, right? You have to picture one. You have to know, you know, what you want to get out of this. But, you know, you have to really think and take it day by day. You can't get so caught up in having or trying to attain that body that you want. But you gotta let it happen on its own. You have to, you know, let the magic go to work, right? So many different terms for that, but you get that. And, you know, for many of us, you really have to slow down, because you might be doing too much or the wrong things, and you might lack that focus, that drive, that determination, that hunger that you might have in order to get there, right? To shed that weight. Because it's gonna take a strenuous amount of effort. And within that effort will come that willpower, right? Whether it is to going to the gym every day, dieting, whatever it is that you're doing, you really have to think and consider, right? Take into account the steps that you're taking, because if you don't, you might fall off course. You may take a step backwards, right, or stay still for too long, right? There's so many different issues that may arise. But when you have that winner's mindset, that winning attitude, right, no one can tell you anything, right? You have a vision and you're chasing after it, right? You only can go up from here. Right, that's the whole transformation. It's the process of stepping to a higher level. But you gotta have an appreciation, you know, for the mission to get there. So, without further ado, key number two in regards to maintaining that transformation is to take every day and, you know, work and the gym, of course, you know, doing those exercises pretty much every day, right? Because if you don't, you can consider your day wasted, right? Especially if you're trying to get a transformation, right? That may be what's pressing for you. And yes, while you may want or even need to take rest days, right? You can't complain about those, right? Especially, you know, if you're having or lacking and struggling to get motivation in the gym, right? You may want to stop and take a break. But no, if what is what you want to do is you change your body and your beliefs. You got to get back in the gym, because all the time that you don't spend in there is not being used for your success. And it's almost like someone, like I look at it as if a magician grants you 3 wishes, but in your case, a magician grants you the opportunity to work out every day, right? The magician only appears, you know, in the morning of the day, right? As soon as you wake up, and it gives you the ability to go inside the gym and work out, or do it at home, wherever it is that you're doing. But if you don't use it, that wish expires at the end of the day. You essentially wasted it. You wasted the opportunity to do that exercise and work out. And believe it or not, not everyone has the ability to work out, right? There's so many people that have different disabilities, or may not even be around here anymore, right? They can't, you know, be blessed with the opportunity to go and work on themselves, right? Specifically their body, right? Get themselves in shape and so forth. And, you know, do that, right? Use what you've been given. It's literally a gift, and you can't waste it. So, without further ado, we're gonna go to tip number 3, right? As far, you know, as transforming yourself, right? Getting that transformation. And, you know, without further ado, that's gonna be in your diet, right? As soon as you leave that gym, you still gotta keep going to work, right? Working on your food, hopefully, right? As you prepare it, as you cook it, and so forth. You can't, you know, just call it quits and go and get fast food, right? You just be giving up, and preferably, you know, you'll be making your own stuff, right? You don't want to always, you know, depend on someone else's cooking, right? Their style of preparing it, because they may not have, you know, the same goals as you, right? And I wouldn't even boil it down to bad intentions, because people do things for their own motivations. And if you're gonna make your own food and you want to get healthy, of course, you know, you're gonna prepare it the right way. But if it's another chef doing it, they might add, you know, some extra grease, some extra sugar, right? And it may not align with the goals that you want to have, right? For your diet, it may slow you down, although it might make the food taste really good, but, you know, it may not be the best for you, right? You may want to save, you know, consumption of those foods for another time or later, right? Because now may not be the most appropriate time for that. So, you know, for you, you may be wondering, what is the 4th tip in regards to transforming yourself, right? Transforming your body, getting there. And, you know, this is essentially having a friend or a trainer or a co-worker, somebody to push you there, right? Because so far, you know, we can only, you know, advance so much alone, right? In so many aspects of life. And if you're doing it for, you know, your personal transformation, you can't necessarily expect to have everything, right? You're gonna have to ask for help and not be afraid of it, right? Because so many of us can carry egos, right? We, you know, don't want to ask questions, ask for help, right? We don't want to appear vulnerable. But, you know, a key ingredient of that is that you have to be vulnerable, right? You have to raise your hand when you have a question, when you don't know something, right? Because we don't know everything, right? There's so much, you know, in life that, you know, we can learn from other people, right? I forget the Stoic philosophy point of view, but, you know, there are things to be learned from everybody, right? The positives, of course, you want to take those and apply them, but the negatives, because you can draw comparisons in your own self and change your behavior, right? Make it for the better. So within every person that you come across, it's almost as if they're in giving you a learning lesson, right? Even those random people in the gym. So, you know, these are the 4 keys to my personal transformation. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, say thank you very much and goodbye.